Hi, I'm Dr. LaQuandra Nesbitt, Director of the Louisville Metro Department for Public Health and Wellness. Today, we are at the Jefferson Memorial Forest with the Healing Futures Fellowship. During today's show, you're going to hear from Angela Hollingsworth with the Center for Health Equity. She's going to tell us more about the program. You'll also hear from two of the fellows from this year's program. And later on in the show, we'll hear from Stavon Edwards, and she's going to share some tips with us for fun summertime activities. Joining me now is Ms. Angela Hollingsworth from the Center for Health Equity. Hi, Angela. Welcome to Health Matters.
Hi, Dr. Nesbitt. How are you?
Good. So we're out here. We're at the forest. It's the the beginning of the Healing Futures Fellowship program, and this is the second year of the program. Can you tell us a little bit more about the program, its purpose, and how we select the kids?
We select 25 unique young people from all over Jefferson County. They come from different schools, different backgrounds. And they all write an essay, and they are all interviewed to get a position or slot into the program.
Great. And so this is a program, it's about 6 weeks long, and most of the time we get 25 strangers pretty much. So what are some of the components of the program?
It's a pretty intensive program. We start out with team building. Of course, when you have 25 young people, hopefully they don't know each other. Then we go into health equity, injury and violence prevention, leadership, and then they all work on a civic project and they prepare a project.
Great. So this program, even though it's offered by the Department for Public Health and Wellness, is not really just about making new doctors and nurses and public health professionals, but just kind of getting the fellows to think about health equity. So if you end up being a lawyer, you still can kind of leave this program recognizing what you do and how it can impact the health of a community.
Absolutely. What we do is we like to show them some of the policies or have them to look at some of the policies that are in place that prevent people from having a healthy life.
So you mentioned that they're going to work on a project. What kinds of things are you looking for in the projects from the students?
Well, we separate the group, the 25, into 5 different groups.
Okay.
For example, there's a media group, and what they'll do is they'll look at how media influences our thinking. We have a injury and violence group, and they will look at some of the injuries that are going on in the city and make some recommendations to the mayor on what we can do to reduce that number.
So for the most part, they get to they get to come, meet other people from all across the city, good balance of boys and girls in the program, good mix of ages in the program, and then they work on a project together for 6 weeks. We know how tough that can be as adults. And then they have to go present to the mayor?
They present to the mayor.
Okay.
They present to the mayor, they present to Metro Council, they will present to their families and friends.
Wow. So really a great opportunity not just to meet other students, but to really have the policies that they recommend get in the hands of the right people.
Absolutely.
Now, this is the second year of the program. Have you been in touch with any of last year's fellows at all?
What's great about last year's fellows, we have some who have taken the information that we've provided them and they just use it in their daily lives. Others have used their experience and use it as an application to enter into some major colleges.
Oh, wow.
While some we just don't see.
And that's to be expected with any program. And I guess for our viewers, we want them to know that while you're in the program, you're considered a Healing Future Fellow, but when you graduate, you're a Healing Future Ambassador.
Right.
All right. And our goal is to have more of these ambassadors throughout the city. Thanks, Angela, for being on Health Matters.
Thank you.
If you think you might be pregnant, make a prenatal care appointment with your physician as soon as possible. The first 3 months is a sensitive time for the growth of your baby. Seeing a doctor at the earliest possible point in your pregnancy can help identify possible complications and can also provide early interventions for chronic diseases such as high blood pressure and diabetes. It's also a chance to ask important questions. Your doctor can let you know if you should continue taking routine medications or if you should alter your medication schedule. There are a range of places you can go to get help. Prenatal care resources can be accessed at participating neighborhood places across Louisville, and also at some Louisville Metro Health clinics. Family health centers can help you get appointments or talk to you about resources for prenatal care in your area. This message has been brought to you by Louisville Metro Healthy Start Program. For more information, call 574-6661 or 574-MOM1.
Too many neighborhoods in Louisville are considered food deserts, places where fresh fruits and vegetables are virtually impossible to find. But now, thanks to the mayor's Healthy Hometown movement, Healthy in a Hurry corner stores, farmers markets, community gardens, fresh produce stops, and the Farm to Table program, everybody in Louisville has better access to fresh produce. To learn more, call 311 or go to comeoneverybody.org. The mayor's Healthy Hometown movement.
Good for your body, great for everybody.
Joining me now are Katie Barber and Jackson Kincaid, two fellows from the 2013 Healing Futures Fellowship. Welcome, Katie and Jackson. So, Katie, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm 15. I go to Mercy Academy, and I'm a percussionist for River City Drum Corps.
Great. So you already are involved in the community. You're a high school student. Why would you want to be part of the Healing Futures Fellowship program?
Just the opportunities, and I feel like it'd be like great on like college resumes and stuff, and just be cool.
What do you want to get out of the program? At the end of 6 weeks, what do you want to have learned or think differently about?
Leadership skills and a better community, definitely, and like a different outlook on injury and violence, and I hope that is improved.
All right, awesome. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself, Jackson.
I'm Jackson Kincaid. I'm 15, and I go to Atherton, and I'm in Boy Scouts, and I'm almost Eagle Scout.
So also another engaged member in the community. Tell us a little bit about why you wanted to be a Healing Future Fellow.
I thought it just sounded really interesting, and I was looking for something I could do over the summer that'd be good for myself and for resumes.
Okay. Now, at the end of the 6 weeks, what do you want to know differently?
I want to know other people's experiences and other people in Louisville and how everyone's different.
That leads to my next question. You guys mentioned diversity, and we try really hard to have diversity in our program. How does the diversity of the program, how is it similar to things that you would typically do at school or at home, or how is it different, Katie?
It's actually really different because I go to a predominantly white school, Mercy Academy, and there's a lot of African Americans, and yeah, it's fun. It's different, different outlooks.
How about you, Jackson?
I go to Atherton, which is too majority white, but there's probably about a third of the population is African American, and it's interesting too because I only see people from the Highlands, and it's interesting seeing people from around the city.
So good mixture over the next 6 weeks or so. You guys will be exposed to a lot of people from different backgrounds than you, from different neighborhoods, and even in different age groups. So both of you mentioned you're 15, but we've got some 16 and 17-year-olds in the program. So the program ends with a big presentation to the mayor on your projects. How you feel about that, Jackson?
I'm a little nervous because it is the mayor, but I'm also excited to show how much work I can put into something, especially in front of important people like the mayor.
Katie?
I'm really excited. It'll be my second one because I did one for Metro Youth Advocates.
Okay, so you've been involved in other Metro government programs. Anything that you'd like to share with someone who may be considering doing this program in 2014?
Just be prepared for your interview and your essay, and just look forward to it, to the diversity and the community, I guess.
How about you, Jackson?
I'd agree with that. Just get excited for it and put yourself into your application and your interview.
Well, thank you so much, Katie and Jackson, for taking out the time today to speak with us about the Healing Futures Fellowship, and we look forward to seeing all the great things that you're going to do in our community here in Louisville Metro. Thanks for being on Health Matters.
During pregnancy, eating a wide variety of fruits and vegetables ensures that you get the vitamins that you need to grow a healthy baby. A healthy diet can help slow or stop some diseases in pregnancy. Pregnant women only need about 300 extra calories a day. That's about one single snack. Limiting your fat, sugar, and salt intake to the recommended amounts will help you gain the right amount of weight and feel better in your pregnancy. Your doctor or midwife can tell you how much weight you should gain in your pregnancy. This message was brought to you by Louisville Metro Healthy Start Program. For more information, call 574-6661 or 574-MOM1.
The mayor's Healthy Hometown Movement. Good for your body.
Good for your body.
Good for your body.
Great for everybody.
To learn more about calorie information in Louisville restaurants, call 311 or visit comeoneverybody.org.
Joining me now is Stevon Edwards from the Louisville Metro Department of Public Health and Wellness. Thanks for joining us on Health Matters, Stevon.
Thank you for having me.
It's a beautiful day. A little rain earlier, but now we've got plenty of sunshine, and the weather's really nice. And we know that people are more likely to stick to a fitness plan or a physical activity plan if they're doing things that they enjoy. So can you tell us a little bit about some of the things going on in the city, like the walking clubs, for example?
Well, there are lots of walking clubs forming, especially as it's getting warmer. Folks are meeting in the morning at the waterfront, Cave Hill Cemetery, also in all of our metro parks. And so we have that contact information if folks want to get involved and maybe walk with some of their neighbors and meet some new people.
Over on the long side, there's this hugging tree that's empty on the inside, and you go in and the tree hugs you.
Oh, neat. This week is the Nature Center, and the next week will be Cherokee Park. That gives us a different, terrain and scenery and different location for people to drive to, and it still keeps it very centralized. Who would have thought right here off Poplar Level is this beautiful 41-acre forest. It's always so pretty back here. We have an event page of when we're going to walk next, where that's going to be. Louisville Time Bank website, it's louisville.timebanks.org. It's a regular schedule, Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 to 10 a.m. and Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 9 p.m. Within our group ourselves, we have different physical capabilities. We have people who even have limited physical capabilities, so they can walk with us as well. It's a good way to relieve stress and just get together. It's also a good way to tone up and burn some calories and burn some, all the things that come with everybody's busy life these days. We take it easy. We have a walk at your own pace, walk for as long as you want. We're just doing this to be healthier. That's the bottom line, mentally and physically healthier.
So with these walking clubs, are we finding that people are using or taking advantage of the Mayor's Miles, or that they're kind of asking us, what are the Mayor's Miles now?
Well, with Mayor's Miles, we are doing a lot of promotion because people need to remember that they're out there since they weren't walking during the wintertime. And we're also giving away walking kits so people have the materials they need in order to get out there and sort of track what they're doing.
So we've given them some insight. You can go here, walk this distance, it'll be a mile, get them all set and motivated. And then if they're part of a walking club, there's a sense of community that comes into play as well.
Absolutely.
Great. Now, what other things? Say I'm a little bit more advanced than wanting to be in a walking club. What else could I do around town?
Well, there's also biking clubs that are meeting right now, and there's free education going on as well for biking for those who maybe want to get out onto the road this summer. And then we also have fitness classes for those that are still the indoor folks, might not want to be out in the heat. And so we have everything from Zumba to Tai Chi to even karate classes that are offered in the neighborhood.
Awesome. Now, we do want to make sure people are safe when they're biking. So to bike safely, what do people need?
Well, people need a helmet, number one. We were able to provide at least 250 helmets to the community recently, and we're hoping to provide more. And they also need reflective gear. So if they're riding at night, they need to be able to be seen. And then also if they have a bell or something like that on their bike, just so that drivers can hear them coming in case they need to turn or maybe get in front.
Yeah. And we know Mayor Fisher is really committed to getting more people biking in our community, making the roads safer, having bike boxes and more bike lanes, etc. So as much as people want to bike, if they use at least some of the resources we have in place now, as we get the other ones in place, we could build a whole movement of bikers.
Absolutely. And there were several folks that came to pick up helmets ranging from age 2 to age 64. So regular people are getting out there and biking, so everyone should just come on out.
Now, you mentioned Zumba and Tai Chi. Now, I love Zumba, high energy, high impact, high calorie burning type of physical activity. Do I need to have any rhythm to do Zumba?
No. It's a lot more fun when you don't have rhythm, actually.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that people get it. You don't have to know how to do something to try it, and we've got all these wonderful opportunities out and about town for people to become physically active. Now, any other activities going on that you'd like to share, or any fitness tips?
Absolutely. We're also partnering with Metro Parks on a lot of things. There's some outdoor activities available. There's hiking, there's camping. All of those activities really sort of raise your heart rate and sort of get you out and get you going. So if you are interested in those opportunities, folks can just call the office, and we'll give them that that information.
We're at the Jefferson Memorial Forest today, and there's plenty of hiking trails, plenty of activity for outdoors activity that people can do sort of year-round in this environment, but really taking advantage of the nice summer weather. Well, we want to thank you so much, Stevon, for joining us on Health Matters. These have been some very exciting tips for people to do, and we look forward to all of our community being more active this summer.
Thank you.
Knowing what's in your food is good for your body. Having calorie information in Louisville restaurants is great for everybody. To learn more, call 311 or go to comeoneverybody.org. The Mayor's Healthy Hometown Movement.
Good for your body, great for everybody.
Hello, and welcome to the next chapter in Disaster Place Theater. I'm your host, Preparedness. In today's installment, our dastardly villain, Disaster, is working on a scene that can bring danger right to your front door.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Fade up.
Tanker truck barreling down the highway. Look out, everybody. Somehow there's a crash, chemical spill near a residential area, fire, smoke, and it's all coming to your house.
But don't worry, with a little planning, you can keep your home and your family safe. Here's where you need to know about shelter in place. As disaster scene unfolds,
Massive chemical spill, take one.
Stay informed of the threat through your local news outlets or on a battery-powered All Hazards NOAA radio. Authorities will let you know that your safest alternative is to stay put and shelter in place. Now here's what to do. Long before Disaster puts on his creative cap, select a room in your house to shelter in place. It should be an interior room on the highest level with few windows to the outside. When Disaster starts trying to get in, you'll want to close off every possible point of entry. Close and latch all windows and doors. Check to make sure your fireplace damper is closed. Turn off your AC, your furnace, and fans.
No, I am your boss.
You don't want Disaster having any fun with circulating air. Then quickly get to your shelter room. Use damp cloths to block any cracks under the doors. And cover all doors, vents, and windows with duct tape and plastic sheeting. Well, you want to make sure that your air supply is secure from Disaster's toxic cloud. Sheltering in place is meant to keep your family safe for a short time and from very specific, quickly passing threats. There, that ought to do it. So have an emergency kit with all the supplies that you'll need to keep Disaster out and your family safe and comfortable. He's creative, and he's always working on plot twists that you might not be expecting. But having a plan and knowing when and how to shelter in place can put Disaster in his place and make sure that this story has a happy ending. From tornadoes to terrorism, different emergencies, different responses. To put your plan together, go to preparemetrokc.org.
The Mayor's Healthy Hometown Movement. Good for your body.
Good for your body.
Good for your body.
Great for everybody.
To learn more about calorie information in Louisville restaurants, call 311 or visit comeoneverybody.org.
Well, the weather is warm and there's plenty of things to do outdoors. We've got some suggestions for some activities that you can do with your friends and your family. Let's take a look.
We're a very active family. We do a lot of outdoor activities. The kids are involved in everything. We make time to ride bikes. They really enjoy it. Because we don't have sidewalks over here in our neighborhood, we didn't get out as much when they were younger. We just really started riding as a family a lot here in the last 2 years. If they had the choice, sometime they would like to play video games. So let's get them away from the video games, get outside, ride bikes. And it's also good family time as well, just to spend time together. And another good thing, we get to see the neighbors, which is good too sometimes. We ride around the neighborhood, get to meet some of the neighbors as we ride through. So there's a lot of advantages to riding bikes.
When we didn't have this bike, we were asking our dad to give us a new bike, and then soon Santa Claus heard it, and he gave us a new bike. When we started, we had to hurry up and put our feet down and do that so we can start going.
Of course, the helmets. Normally they wear the elbow braces and the knee pads and stuff. So, and of course, you know, not riding by themselves yet. They're always with their dad because, you know, it is kind of scary out here. You don't know if everyone's watching them, so we have to watch them.
It's fun. We ride outside in the hot sun. I enjoy it. Do tricks like curving like this, twisting it, then twist it back. You get to pedal and you get to exercise for your body so you can get stronger, so your legs can get stronger, and I like tricks. We get to ride as a family and ride together.
Actually, my husband just got my bike fixed, so that's kind of why the boys just go. So it was great to have my bike back, and it feels good to ride.
We believe in exercise and staying active and trying to stay healthy as much as possible. There's a lot of advantages to riding bikes. I always rode them when I was younger. I'll tell stories all the time when they fall over. I'm like, I did the same thing, you know. It happens, it's gonna be okay. But yes, we like riding bikes.
Another great opportunity to stay fit is Walk with the Doc, sponsored by Kentucky One Health.
Kentucky One has really made a commitment to improve the health of all Kentuckians. It's a bold goal, and you can't do it by just taking care of sick people. Our idea with Kentucky One is to really encourage wellness and prevention of health problems.
It's a free weekly walking program for anyone interested in improving their health.
It's all about behavior change and really getting people to think differently than they may have in the past. The idea is to really form a habit. So to get people to do this, not just on the Saturdays that we get together, but most days of the week.
Walk with the Doc is held at 10 a.m. on Saturday mornings, alternating each month at the Parklands at Floyd's Fork, in Iroquois, and Shawnee Parks. Walkers benefit by getting some fresh air, exercise, the chance to ask doctors questions, and even free blood pressure checks. Best of all, participants can go at their own pace and choose the length and difficulty of their routes.
The wonderful thing about walking is that you don't need any equipment. You don't need money, you don't need anything except to show up, put on some shoes that are comfortable, and just get moving. So it's an exercise activity that's really open to anybody.
Being active outdoors is a healthy way to spend time with family and friends. But in late summer and early fall, one little critter and dozens of his friends can cause folks to seek shelter. Mosquitoes can carry diseases like the West Nile and Heartland viruses. Even though no cases of West Nile have been reported yet this season, here are a couple of simple measures you can take to help limit your chances of being exposed. Wear insect repellent when you're spending time outside, especially in the early morning and evening hours. The CDC recommends 20 to 30% of DEET for adults and no more than 10% for kids. 3 other repellents, those with picaridin, oil of lemon eucalyptus, and IR3535 are also recommended. Remove any sources of standing water on your property where mosquitoes can breed. Drain flower pots, wading pools, and garden containers, and turn over wheelbarrows and other lawn equipment. Clean debris from clogged gutters. Fill in holes or depressions in your yard. Check low spots on tarps and swimming pool covers. And remove old tires that can hold water. And to help combat this problem, Louisville's Department of Public Health and Wellness has been fogging for mosquitoes throughout the community between dusk and dawn. For the safety of your family, please take care to follow these guidelines during fogging. Keep children away from the fogging vehicle. Park your vehicle off the street whenever possible. Don't tailgate or follow the fogging vehicles. Don't stop the fogging truck while it's fogging. And go inside and stay indoors while the fogging vehicle is in the neighborhood. Workers will be spraying DEET, a biodegradable product which has low toxicity and odor. If you have any questions or would like to know more about the mosquito control program, call 574-6650.
Well, that's our show for today. You've learned more about the Healing Futures Fellowship and had the opportunity to hear from 2 current fellows who will undoubtedly be future leaders in our community. We've also talked quite a bit about activities for you and your family to do while the weather is warm. Whether it be biking clubs, walking clubs, or those good old dependable indoor activities like Zumba and Tai Chi, there's something for everyone. If you'd like to learn more, please give us a call at 574-8861. Do it because your health matters.